Hi, friends. Hi, friends. Welcome. It's good to see everybody. Welcome, welcome. Hi, friends. Good to see you guys. So let's do a little mini. I'm just going to do a mini live login here. Oh, hi, Krista. How are you? So let's talk about the full moon, you guys. This is kind of a big deal. We're going to go on the Truth Tribe on Monday, and I'm going to see you guys on Monday on the Truth Tribe regarding the eclipses and the solar eclipse that's going to come at the end of the month. But right now, tomorrow is a full moon in Libra. What do full moons represent? Right? Let's go from the perspective of what's happening, because I think people are all feeling this. Let's just go into, it's a Libra full moon. So the moon is sitting in the constellation of Libra. We're going to keep this basic, but Libra rules partnership of all kinds. So personal, any kind of relationships that we have reflect Libra. Okay. And so in Libra, we have to start paying attention to all relationships, and which is why I do relationship coaching and relationships in general. Okay, and so see, we have someone on here saying, that's me, I'm a Libra. So what does it mean when it's a full moon? Well, what do full moons represent? They represent closure. They represent illuminating the dark. When the full moon comes out, you notice how at night you can see everything you couldn't see when it was a little bit less illuminated. So we start to see things in ourselves or our partnerships that we need to bring a new slate. So it's about wiping it clean and starting from fresh perspective. Now, because it's in Libra, it's the relationship you have with anything, because life is about relationships, you guys, right? So life is about your relationship with money, your relationship with your career, with your spouse, with your boyfriend, girlfriend, relationship, with your partners, business partners, with your children. Everything is relationship. So we have to start thinking about, what is it that needs to have a clean sweep? We're going to go into some closure of relationships. Now, everyone's feeling this right now. Why are they feeling this? Because Libra rules coming into balance. It's the scales of justice, right? And so when Libra wants us to get balance, it wants you to get balanced in your relationships with yourself and how you relate to all these other people and things, experiences. Thus, relationships are getting rocky right now. What's happening? There are three versions. You're either ending a relationship, i.e. closure, full moon, Libra relationship, putting closure to relationships. So some people are experiencing closure of endings of relationships. Some people are literally leaving the earth plane. And that's hard for some people when they're having to allow death to experience in their life. It's a painful experience, but I want you to understand they're moving to a higher realm. You can talk to them. We'll talk about that more in Truth Tribe, but some relationships are ending, i.e. like divorce, or you're ending a relationship with an old company or career. You're ending a relationship with a friendship. So the first way this is taking place is closure and clean slate of old relationships. And this is a help from the moon, help from the universe, help from the cosmos. It's helping you guys, saying like, look, we're helping you put closure to this. Okay. So that's the first piece. Number two, first one is relationships that are ending. Second one would be when we are resetting the current relationships we currently have to a new frequency. Okay? And so if you have a current relationship and you're not leaving and it's not changing, you're going to reset it. And you're going to take it to the next level. You're going to update it, upgrade it, change it. Okay? And so some relationships are actually upgrading from this, because they're going, let's just let that all go. It doesn't have to mean bad. I love full moons. They make me feel like it's okay to just dump shit that just doesn't work anymore. Dump all the bullshit. Dump all the crap that we keep saying. I really like that. I really like hanging out with you, sibling, friend, partner, husband, wife. And I really don't. I really don't like hanging out with you doing that thing. Doesn't mean you don't love them. It just means you're upgrading to a new level of experiencing that relationship with them. And that's a big deal for people. It doesn't mean you don't see compassion and love for them. Don't mind my neighbor's dog. She's just talking to me. And then the third is starting completely new. I'm seeing relationships actually starting brand new from this. This full moon is always about clarity of balance and Libra and partnership. So some partnerships are starting brand new from scratch and saying the way I dated, who I was with, what I was looking for, I found someone new and that's my reset. And we're starting new relationships, new careers, new companies, new mindsets, new everything. So you have three options in this Libra full moon, and the moon is not going to let up on us because we're going to go through eclipses. We're going into eclipse season. Okay, and so if you can start opening your mind to, am I letting go completely of someone or something, and it is the best and my highest good to let that relationship go. I'm sitting outside. You guys, it's so nice here. We're in Arizona. I'm sending all the sunlight to all of you guys. I'm sending sun and love and beautiful, gorgeous energy sky right now. Okay, so I want you guys to start thinking about that. Okay, am I letting something go that is in my highest good? Am I going to take my current relationship and let things go that no longer serve it when we're like, well, you should do this and you should have changed that. And at the end of the day, you're not here to change your partner. You're here to change you, and you upgrade them by doing so. So it's time to kind of upgrade yourself in your relationships so the relationship can upgrade. And when you get out of balance, you pull them out of balance. And so bringing yourself into balance balances that current partnership. And then number 3, some of you might be starting brand new relationships because you let go of the way you saw partnerships. That there's no more rules, and you got to start living from your truth and from your heart and from your soul. So that is where the full moon is affecting us in partnership, okay? The thing I want to mention to you guys is if you just go onto my website, ideserveitnow.com, or my name, DawnThompson.com, and just go onto the website, go into shop, and go purchase the Couples Toolbox. If you want to know how to balance your relationships, there's a 12 steps in there. You get the tools, you go get yourself a shoebox or a toolbox, and you get one of the tips in there, and you get one of the tools, and you do all 12 tools, and you stick them in the toolbox. And then when your relationship is getting rocky, you don't blame the person that they don't love you, that they're an asshole, that they're a jerk. You go into the toolbox and go, which tool should we use to heal this? Because there's a deeper root. There's always deeper roots. It doesn't mean you don't love people. It doesn't mean you don't want to work things out with them. But if it's someone that you want to be a badass power couple with, badass power best friend, badass powerful, someone in your family, a child, if you're struggling with them, this Couples Toolbox works for that too. You don't need to do the intimacy aspect clearly of it, but the first 6 steps work powerfully to bring you into a new couples connection, a relationship connection. And so this full moon is going to tell you to put closure to the way you've been told to argue, to fight, to be divisive, to things being only one way, the white picket fence bullshit relationships that we were like all taught, this is how it works. It doesn't work that way anymore. How it works is by each partner finding what their truth is and then sharing with each other so you're in an honest, truthful relationship. And when you live out of truth, the trust, the power, the strength that you two build together, because it's such an authentic relationship that comes from complete transparency, it changes the game. And if you're changing the game in your relationship, watch what happens. 2 people are way more powerful than 1, and 4 people are more powerful than 1 in a company, in a business. And when we're coming forward with people and we're frustrated with them, get frustrated with yourself that you're not doing the work. So doing this toolbox works even by yourself. Do the toolbox. There's 12 steps in there, and start looking at yourself and seeing, where do I need to grow my confidence, my strength, to get myself more balanced, which is what this full moon is, right? This full moon is all about balance, balancing yourself in relationships. And what does not work anymore, we need to let it die, because we're moving from the old into the new. And the new is hard if you don't have a template. So the Couples Toolbox was made to give you all templates so you knew how to walk into relationships with confidence, with joy, with peace, and with truth. And it's the easiest, simplest thing I could give you guys right now in helping you get along with people, because we are being shown so much conflict and so much anger and so much fighting and so much constant fighting. When you watch it externally, it causes the internal fight. And all it's doing is saying, what are you fighting on the inside? What is your truth? And if your truth doesn't match that, then get away from all that external. Because the fight is inside of you. And when you're not fighting you anymore because you know what your truth is by using the toolbox, the 12 steps, what happens is you're like, I know who I am. I don't have to fight me anymore. I can just live in my truth. That's uncomfortable for people, because the new template of how do we live in this new earth, the new 5D consciousness, a lot of people are already there. A lot of people are already living in 5D consciousness. A lot of people are already expanding into 5D. What is 5D? Higher consciousness of courage and love and neutrality and awareness and reasoning and willingness, truth, trust. It's not something that's natural for people because we haven't been taught that. And it really riles me up because our education system has sucked for hundreds of years. It's a repetition. It's a memorization bullshit. That's not how brains think. It's not how your source thinks through you. Source consciousness opens you up to expansion. You have DNA that wants to expand. And the only way that happens is if you learning a new way to understand your truth. A new way to understand your truth says, I'm going to balance myself in this Libra full moon. This full moon is going to illuminate your own shit. Because that's what it does. It shows you what you can't see in the dark and you're hiding from. And it goes, ooh, I got to look at that in myself and go, no one is going to come and save you. No one is going to come and heal you. Have you guys ever noticed out of the blue, you're sitting here not feeling good and someone calls on the phone, the doctor, the naturopath, your Chinese medicine doctor, your friend? Hey, I just thought about you and are you not feeling well? I think I'm going to come heal you. That shit will never happen. You know that. Mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. We have to learn to balance our own selves. And when you balance your own self and you learn what your truth is, stepping into any relationship with, remember, you're in a relationship with everything. With how you live, with your family, with your friends, with your money, with your emotions, with spirit, with God. What is your relationship with God? Source, whatever you call God. It's all different versions of God, right? So I'm going to keep this short. We're not going to keep it long today. I wanted to just give you guys a full moon update, is that this is about wiping the slate clean of unhealthy relationship dynamics. Does it mean you're ending your current relationship? No, it means you're ending the way you engage in that relationship that keeps it out of balance. You have to balance you so that you're engaged in all the relationships in your life that you find valuable. And if they're not in balance, this moon will help you see. Remember, you go outside tonight and the moon's going to illuminate everything. If you're not cloudy, it's going to illuminate everything you couldn't see in the normal dark. That's what your life looks like right now, right? With this moon, it's illuminating everything that you weren't looking at. And when it comes up, don't be upset. Don't be afraid of it. Be grateful that people are being jerks. People are being fearful. People are coming at you with criticism and judgment and anger and resentment and despair and guilt and shame. And when these people are doing that to you, this is a blessing, showing you, I don't want to be in that unhealthy, unbalanced relationship anymore. I'm going to balance me. And watch how your life explodes from this full moon. We're going to talk about on Monday, the eclipse is coming up, because there's one on the 30th coming in, a solar eclipse. And so we're going to talk about all that on Monday in the Truth Tribe. So if you're not registered on the Truth Tribe, go into my link, into my bio, and go register for the Truth Tribe. And know that we're going to start elaborating on a lot of that stuff. But remember, for the easiest way to get a tool, go get a toolbox, go download the toolbox off my website, ideserveitnow.com. It's right in tools or in shop. Okay, go to shop, you'll see toolbox, open it up or download it and start working on the 12 steps of these tools. If you're already a client, you already know you have access to them, you can tap into them and you can use them at any time because it's all digital. So it's always on your phone, it's always there. You can do this with any partnership and or just to balance yourself and ask yourself, how do I show up for every relationship in my life. And if things I don't like are appearing, it's because it's for me to fill me up. And whatever your sun sign is right now, I want you to shine that energy back into you. So if you are a Libra, you need to bring balance back to you. If you are an Aquarius, you need to help yourself more than you help others. You need to bring in, you know, be a better friend to yourself and nurture yourself. If you are a Sagittarius, go find the information that you need to teach it to yourself and give that information to yourself. If you're an Aries, they're so confident in bringing fun and bulldozing and bringing confidence to other people, going, we got this, yet that they don't bring the confidence into themselves. Oh, Pisces. Someone said, if you're a Pisces, instead of going and being the researcher and the information and being inclusive and bringing everybody into you, out into the world and making them feel welcome and giving them the information, bring it into yourself. It's time to bring it into you. So wherever your sun is, go Google that sun sign and find out where this moon is going to ask you to balance that energy and put it back into you so you're balanced. So whatever your birthday is, it's time to give it back. So instead of you being a lighthouse and shining out to everyone else right now, I'm going to hold you all to this. This is the Truth Tribe. They have a whole week challenge of shining that light of whatever your sun sign is back into your soul and giving it to you. And it's going to be hard because you're good at giving it, but you probably aren't great at giving it to yourself. See, a Libra just said, yeah, this is true. She's feeling this. All right, you're going to have to learn to balance yourself and not balance it out for everybody else. Libras love to fix for everybody else and balance their lives out, and then they forget to balance back into their own self. So that's your homework. I wish you all the brightest blessings. This is a full moon. It's beautiful. It's going to just help you be more compassionate, more understanding with yourself. And once you do that, watch how life changes. Watch how it blossoms. Watch how it shines, and watch you guys expand out into your new life. It's going to be amazing. So join me on Monday, Truth Tribe. We're going to talk more about all of this, all the details, how it's affecting your partnerships, because partnerships are everything right now. Okay? How do you balance yourself so you fit into all the relationships that are important to you? I love you all. You're going to be badasses. Enjoy it. Go put your intentions out for this full moon. Write whatever it is you want to shine back into you and burn that note and hand it up to the moon. Watch what happens. See you guys on Monday. If you need anything, DM me and I'll share the information in the message section of the call. And I love you. Brightest blessings. Have a great weekend. Happy full moon. Take care.